And we're live. As usual, please wait one moment for me to share the link of the stream on the Twitters. So it's been about a week or more since I've streamed. If you watched my last stream, you will kind of remember, or I guess know, that I kind of ended up saying something along the lines of, I'm not feeling too good, okay, bye. And that's because I was sick. I didn't know it at the time, but now, a week later I know, I got the virus. So that's a shame. Pretty much knocked me out for a week. But I have some free time and I'm not gasping to breathe or coughing every 15 seconds. I still have a bit of a cough, so excuse me if I have to, mute myself a bit. But hey, it's better than before. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. So last time, what did we do? We had just finished with Aushale's mission, and we were heading towards finding out what the demons were doing behind our lines, the path they were taking to get behind our lines. And we found out they were transforming my own crusaders into demons. After that, we went back to our capital to heal up, but instead we got wrapped up by following the narrator's mission. We fought some zombie ghouls from the ancient times, and now we're here, pretty much. After turning in all the quests for going outside, because going outside was a bunch of quests. Got some daggers, got some stuff. And then I have to follow up on the main side quest, which is to talk to the leader of the place about stuff. About the fate of all the people. We had one person, pretty much everybody's kind of tired of all the samey, whiny, 100 years doing the same thing. So now they want to change up. So I guess I'm gonna have to ask the people to change things up. I guess I should. Or maybe I'm supposed to reason with them to change their philosophy on how to do things. I guess I'll remember as we go along. We still have to do stuff, right? Let's see. Nope. Mythic quest. Look inside the Stargazer's soul. By the will of the star, decide the fate of the lovers. Yeah, because we're not allowed to fall in love. But that sounds dumb, so I guess I'll have to change that. Shadow of the doubt. Yeah, Qatar was at a grave outside, his own grave, that we found near the stone tree. So we're gonna have to ask him about that. The spirits. Being a good fighter means little to Qatar, but maybe he'll listen to the command of Drizin. Oh yeah, the Stargazer wants to be a fighter, but he's not that good at it. I think. At least. So maybe he can be a guard or something. At least maybe I'd be a part-time guard. Anyway. Also, I have a bunch of daggers that we can give back to the one person that's collecting daggers. Am I supposed to talk to Odin? What's the occasion? Late Coterie, we finally have guests in our quiet abode. Please come in, I have a glass of water. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can offer you, but our water is the very purest quality. I'm Odin, by the way, a stargazer at your service. My daughter Ranhill turns 125 today. Such an important date. I've carved her a clasp for a cloak. Came out alright, I think. Of course, when we complete our star vigil, I'll get her something better. Where's the guest of honor? Truth be told, I don't know. I can only hope she's in a safe place with her mother and aunts. See the packages in the corner? Those are all the gifts I never had the chance to give her. I suppose she's outgrown most of them, but what if I'm a grandpa now? My grandchildren could have them. I wish I knew for sure. What, you're from Dresden? You must know about the Winterson village. It was a temple of Gorm there 100 years ago. Maybe it's still there. Okay, I can check. Putting aside your own important affair just to help me. I don't know how to thank you. If you find Rainhill, please give this to her. Pure water is very rare in the wound. Do not underestimate its value. Okay, we have strict rules about that. I mean, they just magically conjure pure water. So this isn't that amazing, I guess, to them anyway. The person studying the dagger should be in this room. And I have a bunch of daggers from the outside. So I think that's gonna help her out. Probably. This one, need the love. Oh, the unusual dagger on the undead corpse, not far from the temple. I recognize the workmanships. Dagger like this tell the story of our great pride and great sorrow. Did you know this temple used to be a gate? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The burial barge would be... Yeah, 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 yeah. When we shelter behind these walls, blah, blah, blah. Forgive me, this one has not yet healed. It likely never will. But if you can bring peace to our chieftain and bring me their weapon... But can I actually do that, though? 21 ceremonial daggers. How many do I have? Am I gonna have to go out again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 17, 18, 19. We're missing a couple. Let's see if I can find them real quick. We're just gonna have a look. I'm missing 2 or 3 of them. Oh, so we're kind of badly wounded, so... Hopefully we don't have to fight anyone for it. Let me do an exact count. Let's see, please sort. I just want them to be whatever. Okay, I guess no sorting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. We have 18. Not 19, 18. So we're missing 3 daggers. That could be like 1 encounter. Plura's Fall. Okay. Let's see. Maybe on the east side, over here. We're missing something, maybe. Or maybe this on one of the corpses. Don't examine. Loot. Okay, never mind. This is a boat that crashed. I'm spamming tab just in case. It's kind of a small location, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. There's a corpse. A couple of corpses. Nope. Nothing on them. Nope. Over here. Loot, please. Nothing. Go in this corner. Nothing. Oh, there's a thing over there. Nothing on this. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of Ys. An old doll. Oh. Okay. To Odin. Find Rainhill's Trail at the Shrine of Grove near Witnesson. Okay, that's lucky.
Let us be
off. 3 bodies? 3 daggers? No. Would have been too easy. This is the old stone tree. Kind of running towards the end now. Maybe there's one more encounter we're supposed to do by picking up another quest. Nothing. Maybe you'll find the last 3 by doing the quest I'm supposed to be here for with the inheritor. Let's climb to the top. Please. Please. Thank you. I'm just having a look. We'll just reload whenever we find where the daggers are. Okay, go back. Go back down, please. Yeah, we'll just dead. Yep. We didn't find anything new. Anything new. Maybe in the middle over here?
Can't hide from me.
That's 1 dagger. Still missing a couple. Maybe they're just all locked behind perception checks. Anyway, load. Yep. I must. Because I don't want to spend my resurrection items on a failed skill check. Excuse me for the cough again. At least I learned how to use OBS Studio. So you'll be seeing a change in quality, hopefully for the better soon. I'm still just using Streamlab because it's not all set up yet. All these perception checks failed. Up. There's a dagger.
Let's move.
We're gonna keep an eye out for more perception checks. Nope. But at least that's 1 more dagger than before. Let's go ahead and see Nivan. See that dude again. Maybe now we have all the daggers we need. Should be at 19. Map. Okay, thanks. All the way over there. Right, that's a bit too far. Over here, I mean. where the dude is. Oop. Oh, I kinda tabbed out. Excuse me? Well, I tabbed back in? Okay, we're good. I also have a dual monitor, a real one, a real dual monitor set up soon, someday. Oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to finish up this puzzle I had. I found the missing page outside, I think. Nope. Let me see if I can finish this up. There was a torn page that we found, right? Yep. Okay, let's try. Again. Let me just reset the puzzle. Up. Up. Okay, good. Right? It's all reset? Yep, it's all reset.
I'll make my own.
Okay, so we have this torn out page down here. There's a Crusader's Diary. Shadow of a Doubt. Old Sarkorian Diary. Nope. Old Sarkorian Book. Yep, that's it. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. The Last Day of Calistriel, which is... where's the notes on the... thingamajig? No, the notes on the symbols. Monster Hunter's Diary, Old Sarkorian Book. Whatever. Maybe I'll solve it some other time. Some other day. Maybe. Anyway. Hey, oh wait, where's the Karen? Karen? Or second hand? I'm supposed to take all these matters too. All these side quests I just finished. Wait, I pressed the rest button. No. Oh, we have a room. Ah, cat hair. Qatar? Cat hair. How do you manage to keep your life in the Temple of Secret? When everyone believed that Purla's fall was destroyed along with Sarkoris, we staged the destruction of the temple. It was 100 years ago now. Since then, only a few of the most experienced rangers are allowed to leave. So far, our tactics have been successful. We survived here for 100 years, and I hope things continue that way. After for 100 years to keep the watch. Forgotten by everyone. Sounds familiar. I'm not judging. Your post, your watch. Let me just give the doll back to the one guy. Wait, we haven't gotten the doll in this save. Go back out again! Go back out, get the doll, and the one little loot stash. And then get back in. Wait, what was the room? It was this one, I think. Yeah. Hey, look at that, we've all lost our death's door. Has time passed? No. Oh well. Should be around here, I think. Maybe up here. Yeah, it's up here. Go, 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 go. Get a doll. Do the quest. Give me the XP. Almost. Are we almost level 11? I'm not sure because everybody has limited levels. Yeah, we're almost halfway to level 11. Here's the doll. Thank you. I have to go back to talk to Odin about this. Let's go. Hey, we're back. Enter the temple, talk to Odin, turn the quest in. Let's go. He's around there, near the banquet. Kind of sad music, if you think about it. Or I guess if you listen. Hey Odin, I got the doll from your daughter. I found Randir's doll. Your family tried to make it to Pulura's temple, but... While Odin is silent, he stares down at his hand. But why? Why did they come here? They were so close and we were hiding behind the walls the whole time, not even daring to breathe. We didn't help them. Well, that settles it. If I had been where I was supposed to be with my family, I would be lying in a grave now. I should not be alive. No, Odin. You survived for a reason. You need to live. Your knowledge of the stars will help us close the wound. Your family will be avenged, and so will Sarkoris. But only if we stay alive. Only if we fight. Don't leave us. Keep on fighting. A sudden resolve fills Odin's eyes, and he squares his shoulders. You're right. If not us, then who? We'll show these monsters they can get away with attacking our families, our children. I will do everything in my power as a stargazer to help you, but first I'll get a bit of a wine. We've studied Star for so long, I'm afraid to look back at those we've left behind. We've started to forget why we're fighting. I've made a decision. On the day of remembrance, we'll drink and reminisce about all we've been through. We'll cry and we'll laugh. Because of everything, we're still alive, right? Yes, we're alive and we'll fight. Thank you, Commander. Make sure you don't forget the people you're fighting for. My own men? Myself? It was more about killing demons at the beginning than fighting for people. Wait, I have to talk to Kaltai here. About stuff. About all the quests we've had. There he is. A bunch of guards. Did you know anything about Arlu Vorlesh and the opening of the world wound? May that witch be damned for all eternity, along with her progeny. If she has any. Yes, I know about her. Though not much. There was no respect for arcane magic in Sarkoris, and there were reasons for our distrust. Divine spellcasters always have someone above them, someone who can control them. A dishonorable priest or a paladin who lost their power immediately. Even with the priest of an evil god and enemy, you still always know who they are and what to expect from them. But there is no higher authority for wizards, nothing limits their might or their experiments with the very essence of the world. Our elders tried to control this chaos as best they could, but they did not wish to be harsh. They didn't execute offenders on the spot, they simply put them in prison. Wizards were even forbidden from practicing magic, they simply had to do it under supervision. But with Araru, everything went wrong. I'm fine. The witch managed to reach out to Descari directly from the fortress where she had been held, and then served up our country on her silver platter to the Lords of the Abyss. Tell me about Sarkoris. I'd rather not. I'm sorry, this was rude. It's just not many can boast that their country has been wiped out the face of Golarion. Not conquered, not decimated, but wiped out, along with all its peoples, its cities, forests, and rivers. And I watched it happen with my own eyes. Someone help me find your grave. Why do you have a grave? Why do you visit that place? He chuckles bitterly. I see there's nothing that doesn't interest you, Knight Commander. That grave? The existence of the Temple Enclave and the work that we're doing had to remain a secret, and by secret I mean secret. We couldn't even let our families know that we're safe. But I'm sure my Aramis will try to find me. The two of us were newlywed, but we barely said our vows before the wound opened. There's a satellite in Katar's eyes, and his stern face softens. I knew we would be stuck here for a long time, maybe even for life. I wanted to fulfill my duty and protect the temple, but I also wanted my wife to survive. And to do that, she would have to move on, so I built a fake grave for myself in the first place. I knew she would look. Not everything happened the way I had planned. She found the grave and sighed for herself that I had perished. She thought my comrades had buried me and that she mourned my death. But she found the strength to go to Mendev. I do not know what happened to her after that, but I hope she found happiness. It's been a lifetime since then. As for why I still go there, it's where Imris and I got married. I have never felt more joy than I did on that day, in that place. But it's also the place where I felt the most misery, the place where I carved my name on a tombstone and said goodbye to the past. So I go there to remember, that's all. Discuss Renegard the Stargazer, the one who wants to become a warrior. Chaotic bluff or diplomacy? I can just lie to him. Whenever I heard the name Rengar, I expect another tearful plea to let him enlist. Is that why you're here? Rengar is suffering. He has the soul of a warrior and he will waste away if he cannot follow the path his heart desires. He hesitates. Though he tries to remain stern, you get the feeling it's mostly for show. I agree. To give the boy a chance. He may join as a new recruit and begin his training. Eliandria will probably not be happy that I've allowed one of her stargazers to be distracted from stargazing, but she is too soft to object. It is settled then. I won't let Rengar leave these walls until he proves himself ready. The call of one's heart is a serious matter, but such calls often fade after daily drills and a few painful blisters. Hopefully he can become a level 1 warrior. I guess it's better than being a level 0 stargazer. Which one of these rooms has Rengar in it? I think it's the northern one. Eastern one? This one. Oh, that's Teriel. Is it this guy? Stargazer. Reginar. There he is. Reginar. I spoke with Qatar. He's ready to take you on as a new recruit. Really? But how did you convince him? Why, don't tell me, I don't want to know. Alright, I have to focus. I can't let you or Qatar down. I'll start training immediately. Thank you. I'll never forget it. Yay, 800 experience. Give me that XP. Almost halfway. How much XP do I need? 30,000. Just about. Okay. Eliandria. I want to talk to you about the Stargazers, Vestari and Christri. Veteran Quisqui, my dear rebels, you must think I am harsh for enforcing such strict rules during the temple, but such measures are necessary when you live through decades of isolation in such a small community, shut off from the rest of the world. Love and all the jealousy, discord, quarrels, and breakups that go along with it could result in genuine disaster. Veteran Quisqui are the living embodiments of such a disaster. I love them with all my heart, like they are my own children. However, before the temple was hidden 100 years ago, you could have 5 curls and 6 sequence stations, all between one moonrise and the next. Ah, so it's that kind of thing. At the time, they could go a month without talking to another. That created quite a problem, since stargazers are supposed to share their observations and research. This carried on for years until after a particularly public fracas, I decided to forbid all romantic relationships in the temple. It was an impulsive decision, I admit, but it was not made without reason. I was trying to maintain peace in our community, and I was also concerned for the feeling of others. Many of those you see here, Odin, Teriel, and even Ketar himself, parted with their families for the sake of our mission. It is unfair to them to be the only ones so painfully deprived. So that's why love and relationships are now forbidden in the community. As you can see, the rules are largely the results of Vestari and Cuspi's own actions. You've lived here for many years, you've become a family. Does a family reward love with punishment? Vestari and Cuspi have loved each other for a long time. It's not just a sudden whim, it is of your acceptance. I'm afraid this decision will be the most difficult for Odin, Teriel, and the others who have lost their families. It may also cause chaos in the future, but perhaps you're right. We should try not to thwart the desires of the heart. I'll inform the community about the change of the rules. Yay. The Celestials as well as mortals here at the temple. Yes, of course. The priestess nods to the winged creature standing nearby, and they smile back at her. Angels and Azatas from the court of Lady Purura often visit the temple in the days of glories. When this place was hidden away, we were giving our mission, some of them decided to stay and support us. Like us, they have not gone beyond these walls for 100 years. They help us here in the temple, and of course, we are all united in our desire to heal the world wound. Irishally looks at the Azatas with a wistful delight, but she turns away, seemingly shy as soon as they return her gaze. What do you know about Ireland and the opening of the wound? More than some, but not as much as I could wish. I've been to Threshold, the fortress where outlaw spellcasters were held and where Arilu conducted her monstrous ritual. I even saw the betrayer in the flesh, though only briefly. Arilu was rumored to be a dangerous witch. For many years she had lived in isolation, carrying out strange experiments in deliberate obscurity. But she was noticed in the end. The best witch hunters tried to capture her, and it said that many of them perished in the attempt. But when I saw her, she was no longer a dangerous enemy. After many days in the dungeon, she was nothing more than a pale shadow. I was told her spirit was already broken when she was brought to Threshold, and she gave the guards no trouble. I think it's safe to say now that her complaint was simply a ruse, a cunning deception. When the wound opened, it shook the world. My Lady Purura, in her heavenly wisdom, was one of the first to realize the magnitude of the threat, and set her priests a vision, along with an order to run and hide, but many couldn't find it within them to obey this order. How could they leave their beloved homeland, their homes, family, and friends? Many of my brothers and sisters perished, losing a hopeless fight against waves of demons. I was destined for a different fate, and so was my shrine. Lady Purura hid it from the eyes of the demons. Yeah. There was Sarkoris. It was wonderful land, even if many thought it was savage and wild. Still is in my memory, as if nothing has changed. I can see the barges gliding across the surface of the lake. I can smell the fresh air, feel the wind on my skin as it moves through the green forests. Sarkoris was never ruled solely by one person, nor was it governed by a single faith. Fans lived in accordance with their own customs, and settled important issues through lively debate and communal meetings. Matters involving the whole community were decided by a gathering of the elders, priests, druids, and chieftains. We worshipped Erasto and Purura, the spirits of our honorable ancestors, the sanctity of nature, and a dozen different deities and magical creatures. This is what Sarkoris was, a land of freedom. However, that freedom was not extended to all. As I think you know, only the magic of druids, priests, and other divine spellcasters was considered honorable. Those who used arcane magic were treated with suspicion, which grew into hatred. Let me just talk to the couple, and then I'll get back to you. Maybe I'll talk to the inheritor first. Maybe he has stuff to tell me. I guess I look at the dialogue options first, then decide. Hey guys, you can have love again. Please don't break up in like a week. Aren't you afraid of being seen together? No, I told Eliandra about everything. She won't stand in your way. Eliandra agreed to change the rules for us? That doesn't sound like her, but I guess we have all changed over the years. Thank you. I don't know how you convinced her, but I think you worked a miracle. I guess Eliandra really does care about us. I admit I was wrong. Thank you. May the stars help. Yay. So that's all the quests done, I think. Right? The mythic quests. Uh-oh, it's not all of them. The daggers. Tell Teriel about Qatar's secret. Sure. And tell the guard about what transpired. Sure.
Let us be on.
Teriel is up here. Hey, Qatar faked his death for his own wife. I discovered Qatar's secret. He followed the rules just like everyone else, and he severed all ties with his family. He did everything he could to make Imris think he was dead. He went as far as to dig his own grave by the stone tree. Qatar. Always with such wild ideas. Even when I was young, he could never do it by halves. I probably judge others by what is my own heart. If I could send a message to my family, if I could see them again, I wouldn't give a damn about the temple's rules. I begged Qatar to let me go outside with him, so I could see my wife and children, at least secretly. I begged him. I was so angry. I reminded him that if I had introduced him to Imrus at the Midsummer Fest, he wouldn't even be married. I was selfish, the pain. And I found out when I found out that he had been going to the Storm Tree, I immediately imagined him going to see Imrus the way I dream of seeing my own wife. Okay, another problem solved. Now let's go for the guard, tell him there wasn't any treason involved. He can relax. Though his help was appreciated. At least if I can tell him that. No need to mouth off on him. Did his job. Hey, concert guard. I did the thing. We're good. There's been no betrayal. This was all just a misunderstanding. There wasn't? Okay, good. Yay. So we got like 3000 XP from that. From all these quests. Is it done? Mythic quests? Pretty much. Only the ceremonial daggers aren't done. I'm missing 3 of them, 2 of them. If I'm at 19 that I'm missing 2, right? Let's see, 3, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Am I not... Don't I have 1 extra? Yeah, 19. So I'm missing 2. Hey, narrator. Talk to me about heaven, please. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna ask for... Can you take me back to Brisbane? Wait, no, no, no! Hopefully we can just go back. Teleportation is instant, right? I still need to talk to Lindsay, not Lindsay. What's the half-orc's name? I don't remember her name. Elizabeth? No, that's not it. Is it? I can just check my quest journal. I feel like it started with an is. Is Elizabeth? Maybe? Hey, thanks, narrator. Let's see. Not. Elizabeth. That's close enough. Okay. I want to ask you questions about our missions at Perilous Fall. Tell me about it.
She is an imperial lord, a powerful angel.
Wait, we already asked all that.
This saddened the shimmering maiden. Pelura boldly decided to...
What do you think about the Sword of Valor? Do not fret, champion. The great relic given to the world by my lady Armade will continue to serve you just as well as it served all the people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its properties, it merely changed its design. It seemed I caused the Sword of Valor to change. Blood from my wound on my chest fell onto the banner. That means this mysterious wound was a marker of valor given to you by my mistress. Can you heal me? Defy my lady's will? Why did the goddess bestow this wound on me? But well, she didn't. Because this world of yours, champion, is bleeding. And my lady's chosen one carries a crimson mark as a sign of a great suffering borne by mortal kind. I think he's making that up. The scarlet drop on your breast. They are the blood of the martyrs and all of the innocents. Sure this is a gift from Armade? No, I could be mistaken and unable to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but their hand. I do not test her will with my doubts, nor crave answers to my questions. Okie dokie. Tell me about yourself and your goddess. What's it like being the herald of a deity? It is a great honor and a great responsibility. The herald is not always the strongest among a deity's servant, but the herald is always one who embodies the key principles of their faith. This means that I am bound to uphold the highest ideals of Armade. Righteous valor, justice, and honor. This is a tall order even for an angel, but I cannot falter in my duty. What does a herald usually do? I serve the hand and voice of my goddess, carrying out her will and delivering her message. When her radiance has no task for me, I am occupied by the same duties as the other warriors of heaven. I keep unfailing watch over the goddess's domain. I escort the souls of the unfaithful to Pharasma's court, and then on to the waiting afterlife. I also watch over the goddess's chosen, and when the opportunity arises, I descend into hell to engage in honest combat with the devils. It allows me to study their tactics. What is Armade like? He chuckles softly. No doubt you are hoping to hear a tale of her untold divine might and the awe she elicits in those around her. This is true of the narrator, but it is also true that she seemed much closer and understandable to you than the others, such as myself, for example. Iomede? Oh, dang it, I have to do... Blip, I have to do... Moderation. One moment, please. I still wonder why all the chatbots going to chat to do nothing, not even provide any links to any sexy stuff. Come on, bots, be better. Anyway. Boop. Look at that. Moderation. Easy peasy. Like 5 buttons. I'm back. Anyway. Iomede. Iomede was born an ordinary person in the cursed land of Cheliax and traveled a long road before she became righteous Queen of Heaven. But she has never forgotten who she was before. I am older than my lady goddess, much older, and still I bow down before her foresight and wisdom. We immortals who spend much of our time on the outer planes can sometimes struggle to comprehend the pain, fear, and joy that mortals feel, but not Iomede. She is as human as she is divine. Why is Heaven host not aiding the Crusaders? You could have destroyed the world long ago. You cannot imagine how your questions fills me with sorrow. My greatest desire since the day the world reopened was to come here at the end of the light-bringing army and drive out the legions of darkness, to harry them until they were cowering in the farthest corners of the abyss, but unless we, the poor servant of the gods, are greatly restricted in what we can do. The Crusades are the mortals' battles for their own world. If I bring angelic forces here, it will become a war between heaven and the abyss, waves of power, magic incinerating everything within sight, armies of celestials and demons fighting in every corner of the world. The consequences will be horrific. Remember, everything you have seen up to now has been the work of only 2 demon lords, the Scary and Baphomet. But in the abyss, there are dozens of creatures with similar power. They are disunited and despise one another as much as they despise all that is light and righteous. But be sure they will not miss a chance to sink their teeth into heaven's throat. If all the demon lords march into Golarion, it will be the stuff of nightmares. It can be allowed to become a reality, so it's like a cold war. So we're like a proxy war between heaven and the abyss. If you can't interfere in the course of the crusade, why are you helping me? There's permissible interference, and then there's crossing the line. I was permitted to create the word stones and give them to the Crusaders to offer my advice, and from time to time even appear on the battlefield myself to accompany several allies. This does not stray beyond the bounds of the Mortals' War. I could have been summoned with equal success by a faithful cleric. With the appearance of Heaven's multitudinous host is in full force is another matter entirely. As for now, I can only offer you this, my presence in a small troop of my rules. You can offer me angel soldiers? I take that. I want to talk to you about angels. How are angels made? Like other supernatural beings, we most often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand law covering the cycle of birth and death. I kind of am, I think. After Pharasma's court, each mortal soul receives the merited afterlife, hell in the abyss, heaven in Elysium. Each soul goes to the plane that called to them in life. But when they arrive in their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and a scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the planes of God and of good, souls are destined for peaceful rest or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the soul of noble mortals. One soul or several, it can vary. Sometimes the gods can also create angels out of the essence of their plane, but this essence also contains fragments of good souls. What's the difference between angels and mortals? That is a question for sages and philosophers to debate. I am just a simple warrior. Although many supernatural beings are born from the souls of mortals, we are not mortals. We are cut from the cloth of the plane from which we originate. We are an idea made flesh. Many things mortals care deeply about mean nothing to us, such as time, for instance, or gender. Only a few of my kind see themselves as male or female. For the majority of angels, these words are meaningless. We can communicate with any creatures without learning their language, but we do not freeze in even the most terrible frosts. We're different. But we will never look down on mortals because of that, and we will never, ever stop praying for you or protecting you. It can be such as a wordstone, and I saw the angel strapped inside. He gives a sigh beneath his helmet. It was a heavy decision for all of us. My mistress sent a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels of heaven answered it. We chose the noblest and bravest among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Golarion, and we locked their souls inside the wordstones. They were fated to stand guard there, inside the cold depths of the stone, pitting their unbending will against the creeping demonic corruption. But alas, the goddess and I failed to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brother and sister. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for finding a way to preserve the wordstone, despite the fact that many of my brothers and sisters inside have been in their vigil. I do not condemn them. I do not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption if I had been in their place. Okay. Can you tell me anything about my powers? I'm afraid not. Almost as soon as I met you, I felt that I had gained a long-lost brother. I think we've already asked that. It may take me to Pearl's Fall.
Glad to accompany you. Gather your companions and let us depart.
Okie dokie. We still have to conduct some kind of ritual over there. Not sure what exactly, but some kind of thing. So we can go there at will, I think. At least as long as it exists. I'm thinking it's going to be discovered and there's going to be a huge fight where we're going to have to save all the stargazers and take them to Dresden or something. Probably, right? Or maybe they're just going to stay there forever. At least until we finish the game. I'm gonna guess that closing the world is going to be the end of the game and not like the halfway mark. You have anything else to talk to me? The inhabitants of the temples keep existence secret. How do you find out about it? Flora has herself told me about this temple. Okay. What can you tell me about Elendria? She's the ideal priestess, a selfless servant of the goddess and her people. Elendria discovered her gift when she was only 13, and ever since then, she's healed, guarded, and protected the inhabitants of Sarkoris. I've met very few mortals who are capable of such abnegation. She's never married, or had a family. What can you tell me about Katar? A warrior, and the strength of his spirit is unmatched. He also provides the community with his leadership. Okie dokie. Talk to Elendria time. I have spoken with the inhabitants of the temple and fulfilled all the requests. Oh wait, no. Why you asked me to talk? Why did you ask me to talk to the temple's inhabitants? Are you worried about something? My request was to you. What my request to you was made on an impulse. To put it simply, a heavy burden was placed on our shoulders, and it's easy to grow weary. We not only live in complete isolation, but we have also done so for a very long time, an entire lifetime for some races. I'm afraid many will be broken by this ordeal. And if they have not been already, it would be easier if I could be dispassionate like Katar, but I cannot. I worry for those in my care. I feel like a mother who cannot protect her children from pain and grief. When I saw you, I hoped you'd be a breath of fresh air. Tell me about your mission. Why did you decide to remain here in the world wound? Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Why is this work so important? The answer is simple. We're looking for a way to heal the world wound. Yeah, I feel like we already know all this. We've achieved much over the year. We've proved. Yeah. Okay, I have already asked that. I've spoken with everybody and fulfilled all the requests. Time to begin the ritual. Well, let's go to the temple. And may the power of Plura help us find the wish. May the power of Plura help us find that which we have lost. Come closer, Arthur, and show us the angel's sword. Hallelujah. Maybe a beacon to guide us. Did I just inspire them? Oh, wait, no, they're trying to find Lariel. That's right. I think. Right? That's good hope, I think. More good hope. I guess it's for effect. Any messages or temples as she emerges from the trance. It worked. But everything was so strange. I saw a place and the road that leads to it. It's to the south of here, within the boundaries of the world wound. But I didn't see Targona. Something separates us from her. She's not only on a different plane, and yet she's not fully on this plane either. However, there's one thing I can say with certainty. The creator of the sword is not dead. Her heart still beats. Praise heaven. Thank you, righteous Elendria, and you, champion. Is it possible that I could be reunited with my dear sister and companion? This day is joyful indeed. Something's happening? I'm afraid this day is not a just resumating, Angel. My scouts have returned. There's an unknown detachment moving in this direction. They look like cultists and they're coming straight for us. Like they know we're here. I'm not sure what's going on, but we have to stop them. There's someone that discovered the secret of Pearl's Fall. My heart is filled with worry for the temple and its brave inhabitants. Champion, we must go and help Katar. Yes, please go with him. You're the Knight Commander of the Crusade, and Katar is our rightful ranger and protector. Surely together you can hold off the cultists, but the Herald of the Aramade, the Lightbringer, should remain here. We cannot risk him being seen outside the temple. Think this is related to our arrival? Could they have followed us here? I cannot say for sure, but we should expect the worst. You may have been followed, but that doesn't mean they've discovered our secret. Even if they have, we might have been able to stop them before they can send back reports of our location. We must take action, quickly. Let's hurry. Time to fight some cultists, I think. Oh wait, we still need to heal.
You're a good person.
Ember?
I like you.
Any heals left? A couple. Do I have any heals left? Some light wounds. And one angel beam. Angel beam! Okay, so that's the heals. We still have a bunch of negative levels with us. Let me just quick save, just in case. Just in case. Any haste left?
That's nicely.
No. No fireballs either. We have some Phantasm Killer. Could be useful. Where am I supposed to go? Where's Katar? Katar? Outside? Well, no, there he is. No! Get back in. Ah, it seems the undead may solve our problem for us. Maybe. When we have mercy on us, we may have failed you, but we ask you to save us. Those aren't cultists. They're Siren race, faithful. Are these really cultists? Damn it, I don't want to watch the undead kill innocent people. Let's save them then. Hello?
I won't let you
Okay.
hurt my friends.
How many are there? A couple. Let's focus them down one at a time. Except I'm gonna take the heat off of these guys. What's this? Hold? Don't hold. Attack. Okay, we're kind of fine. Oh, we have a lot of losses among the cultists too. Suspicious traveler. This was a trap for them to get inside the temple. Because they're suspicious. Exhausted by the battle with the undead, the alleged cultists sit in wave silence. Only one of them dares to speak us. He seems to be the de facto leader of the group. Mercy, we ask for mercy. His shoulder droops slightly, though he tries to appear confident in that moment. There's only realize you've seen him before. In the vision you had in the caves of Cannabis, you saw how Angel Lariel and his allies were betrayed by their comrades. He was in the vision you had when you were in the caves near Cannabis. His tall half-elf was among those who betrayed Lariel and offered prayers to the monsters that killed him. These past years have aged him, and he's no longer young, yet despite his grey hair and worn features, his manner and bearing have not changed. He looks like the fallen angel in your vision with the same mixture of boldness and uncertainty that you see before you now. Who are you? State your name. I recognize him. The one who begs for mercy was among the traitors who lured the angel Lariel into a trap. The leader of the cultists turned spells at the sound of Lariel's name. His lips trembles, but he seems to have lost the ability to speak. What? Traitors and demon worshippers here? We shouldn't have dealt with them. We must finish what the undead started. Retire, stop. We can't kill those who humbly beg for mercy. We'll be no better than the demons. When I look into their souls, I see grief, fear, and repentance, not evil. We must take them to the temple and heal them, then ask questions. Damn it, priestess, are you out of your mind? You've just revealed our secret to the total strangers. Then you speak softly so that only you and Carter can hear. Arthur, forgive me, and you, Carter, as well. A great warrior, the best we have, but I cannot take your side in this, and if I went along with you, I would be ashamed to see my own reflection in the holy waters of Pudura. The High Priestess of Pudura's fall. Guards, I order you to take these people to the temple. And on the subject of secrets, Commander, you should talk to the prisoner yourself. I believe you too will see the truth of his heart, and the absence of evil in his soul. It's kind of like a trial for my angelness. What would an angel do? Revenge? Or mercy? Or repentance? Maybe these guys had the daggers we were missing. Loot them! Yes. Dang it, we're still missing one dagger. I think. Yeah, we're missing one dagger still. I'll ask. Gain some XP. Maybe my journal would have updated if I had all the daggers. I guess it's still not enough. Maybe there's going to be another battle taking place outside. Further along the storyline. Wasn't that hard of a fight? Though we did experience a lot of casualties in the cultists slash, I guess, faithful side. Where are we going? Where's the... Where are they now? Where are they being held? Am I gonna have to look into all these rooms again? Yeah, are they in there? Heyo. No, just a Diva. Diva, whatever. You know, when I read Diva, I put an H at the end. I wonder why. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe not. Okay, Nindria, speak. Arguing about what we should do, the commander should talk to this person. Quick save. How about you, narrator? Okay, nothing. Okay, I should talk to the person. But where are they, though? Behind here? And is that the person with for the daggers? Hey, dagger guy. Nothing. Still missing one, I guess. Nothing. Where's the person? The prisoner? Or guest? Maybe over here somewhere? Stargazers. Stargazers again. That's the two lovers. Odin, Teriel. Ragnar. Nope. No more Stargazer. Maybe in this room with all the science stuff. Vigdis? I haven't talked to you, have I? Who are you? If you were one of the priests of Pulra, why aren't you a Stargazer like everyone else? Are you a trader? What if you want to take everything? Show me what the temple has in the stores. This was pretty much almost useless. And there's stuff that exists. Anyway. I still don't know where the prisoners slash guests are. What does the journal say? Mythic quest. What can you tell us? Should talk with to this person, but where are they? Oh, the suspicious person. What's their name? Stargazer, Nidalav, Yazata. Maybe they're at the entrance? Maybe. Let's go back. This is like a companion quest but for myself. Kind of. Even though I'm not really technically I'm not related to all these people, it's only the hand. And it's for the hand that we're doing it. But I am connected to Lariel. Kind of. Stargazer, the guard. Where are the guests? Please don't tell me they're in this room, which I checked first. Guys run. They're kind of running. I wish I is first. There's the monastic deva. The guard. There's a door. Open the door. Got him. The traveler's cult leader. Hey, leader. The cultist looks at you, his face worn and haggard. The Temple of Pura, how strange. I didn't think that survive. Tell me who you are and what part you played in the deaths of the angel Lariel. My name is... Actually, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it kind of does. I don't want to reveal the name of my clan and bring shame upon it. And my own name means nothing. I'm a Sakurian by birth, but I came to Mendev with the refugees when I was a child. I grew up in an orphanage at my Iomede's temple, and when I was old enough, I joined the Crusaders there. I was a good scout, inquisitive, daring, not afraid to go into the most dangerous places. At least that's what my commander officers thought. In truth, though, I've just always been drawn to the forbidden and dangerous. When an angel came to my commanding officers and asked for a few people to accompany him on a dangerous mission, they chose me. The angel wanted to find the outcasts, those first crusaders who either succumbed to demonic corruption or who were accidentally infected. These outcasts then gave birth to mutated children. According to the rumors, they sought refuge in the caves beneath Canabries, away from the judging eyes and pyres. I was sent there to look for any trace of the presence, and those caves are deadly, an immense labyrinth of passages, running deeper and deeper, all the way down to the Darklands. The Underdark? But by another name? Does the Underdark can actually be named? Or is that like a D&D thing? Whatever. After hearing of the angel's plans to descend into that place, somebody decided to make it into his grave. I probably have no right to ask for forgiveness for what I've done, but I was very young, and I never liked being a crusader. Rising early in the morning, training and marching formation, I had been forced to do that my whole life. In the orphanage where I grew up, all the children were made to march like little soldiers as soon as they could walk. But he promised something different, something new. Said we shouldn't be afraid of demons. Sure, the armored prigs claimed that the demons were murderers and destroyers, but that wasn't true. Demons were actually strong and free, and they were ready to share their powers and freedom with all who joined them, and I believed them. I often thought about our Ariel Warlesh, an ordinary Sarkorian just like me, ascended to incredible heights after she chose to serve this carry. If it were for her, I thought, why not me? So I agreed to betray the angel. I lied to him, told him I found the outcast he was looking for and lured him into a trap. You feel remorse? Yes and no. There's such a fine line between remorse and disillusionment. He gave me power just as he promised. I spent years in the cult of Descari, enjoying that power and basking in the adoration of the weak, and yet, well, I saw so many crusaders who fought with honor until the very end. When I look into their eyes, I remember the proud, noble spirit of the angel that I had betrayed. I miss the camaraderie, the sincerity. 70 years is a long time, even for the half-elf. And I see many things differently now than I did when I was young. Who is this he you keep talking about? He shudders slightly and whispers, he is the echo of this carry. He is an avatar of the great demon lord, his archpriest. He once led the fight against the god Arden, but was defeated. He was never forgotten or forgiven those responsible for his humiliation. He knows you were here. He was the one who guided us to this place. He brought us to the wasteland and told us to move forward in search of the unknown. I know that the herald of the Lightbringer is here with you somewhere. Warn him that the echoes know he is here. That's all I can do for you. Okay. So wait, there's still cultists for the demons? Technically? I mean, he is getting help from the demons still. Heyo. And you hear the distant sound of conversation. Lindia and Katia appear to be having an they're fighting? To be having an intense discussion. Their voices are not raised, but you can feel the tension between them, like a gathering storm that could break at any moment. I have already apologized for using my powers as the High Priestess to pressure you like I did, but I had to intervene. You would have brought harm to those poor, miserable people. I can read the souls of the others, and when I look at them, I saw no evil, only fear and grief. And Half Priestess, I don't mind you giving me a tongue lashing. You can scold me as much as you want. I won't be offended. But do not expect me to forget about my duty. I am responsible for the safety of this temple, and that safety is threatened by those cultists. We need to interrogate them and if necessary torture them, until they reveal the truth of how they came to be there. I mean, okay, I already know. Was it by chance or choice? Even if it's the former, letting them go is out of the questions. They may not have any evil intentions, but they still cannot be trusted. If they prove their innocence, they will remain here as prisoners. My righteous friends, your words are an endless circle. You have gone round and round, but you have no closer to making a decision. I mean, I want to pick one of the angel options, but I want also to warn the hand. I've learned some important information. The leader of the cultists are the Echo of the Scary, and the monsters know the hand of an innovator is here in the temple. The Echo of the Scary. The whole sounds strangely subdued and his voice is grim. That is an enemy, I know. The Echo is a terrible monster and a formidable foe. Few are his equals. He is an avatar of the Scary, alike in form, but possessing an independent consciousness and unrelated malice. Is he responsible for Labiel's death? No, don't bother with a reply. I already know the answer. You see, Elandria, we still had a serpent inside our house, a servant of a demonic beast. Let me interrogate him, along with the others. They showed up outside our walls at the exact same time as the Herald and the Knight Commander. I do not believe they are here by accident. Enough, Qatar. I forbid you from conducting an integration, not just for the sake of those poor people, but for your sake as well. Your soul is pure and devoted to duty, but every time you justify bad behavior for a good cause, you take a step toward evil. But I still have to make a choice. Priestesses and sermons and priestesses. Since we seem to be playing compliment now, I'll give you some of my own. I know you're practically a saint, Elandria. We all believe in the importance of this mission, but it's not just the will of Plura that keeps us here. It's also you. Your leadership inspires us, but sometimes your holiness is not enough. Sometimes someone just has to get their hands dirty and do what needs to be done. I mean, we don't need to torture them for any information. They already gave us any. I mean, if they're lying to us, that makes no sense. Elandria is right. The cultists wish to atone for their crimes, and we must support them on their path to redemption. We must not torture them. Fine, I'll go along with your... I'll go make sure our cultist friends get to peace and soft feather beds. Discord amongst allies. Such a thing weighs on me heavily. Is it time? Are we being assaulted already? Somebody help, it's a cultist, the one who didn't want to give his name. He started shaking, whispering something in the nazes surrounding him. All the guards around him lost consciousness and he got up, started walking towards the temple entrance, like he was leaving. We don't know what to do. We need to go there at once. Make haste. Plura, protect us. Stave off Calamity. Uh-oh, he's going to explode? Bring pestilence in this place? Destroy it, maybe? And they're all passed out. A guard passed out. Let's leave again. Uh-oh. You conducted a summoning ritual. What have you done, fool? Who did you summon? Forgive me. I am so sorry. Spare my companions. They didn't do anything. They believed you were looking for shelter in Dresden. But you knew. You didn't want to atone. I deceived them too, and now I will die. I'll become a worm in the abyss. I deserve nothing more. Can't you, like, don't? How about you don't, though? How about not? Please? Dang it. You recognize the monster that lowers over the cultist's blood-soaked body. You've seen this beast before. It appeared in a vision you had about the death of Labial when you were in the caves beneath Canabries. The monster looks like the scary, a hideous cross between human and locust. It sways on its thin legs as its head turns from side to side. However, it does not seem to be frightened or aggressive. On the contrary, it seems strangely calm, as if completely unaffected by its different surroundings.
In anticipation of your questions, I will provide you with some answers. Yes, you have fallen into my trap. Even you fell for it. Hand of the upstart.
Oh, he's dissing
I
Armadale.
caught your angel in the caves beneath Canabras and allowed him to leave his flaming sword in the stone.
Allowed him?
He promised that sooner or later, someone would remove it, and I decided to believe him. I kept a watch on the sword.
So now what?
I have watched and waited all these years. Waited for the promise to come true. For the sword's new owner to bring me to you. To take me to the secret temple. You protected it well. In fact, the temple is still hidden from my sight.
Damn, that's some
But
protection.
I do not need to see the temple in order to destroy it. I simply need to know where it is.
It's not here. You go with the scary, I presume.
Knight Commander. That is how one ought to address you, yes.
He knows my title, that's
I've
nice.
been watching you for a long time, and I already know how, when, and where I'm going to kill you. Mortal children
Dang.
like to tear the wings off of flies and butterflies, and I, in turn, like to have my fun with the inheritor's pets.
So you're a child?
Silence, Echo! You fiend! Do you think I do not see your secret desire? Eredin overthrew you. He brought his hand down upon you and crushed you like a gnat. Since that day,
Like a gnat.
you have nursed your resentment and jealousy, letting them fester within you. You are too much of a coward for honest combat. You prefer to
Excuse
ambush
me.
your prey, striking from the shadows. I will put an end to this. I will put an end to you. And you will take the secret of Pelura's fall with you to your grave.
Can you take him?
There is so much you do not see, Herald.
Suddenly, the echo stops short. His head twitches from side to side, then falls forward onto his chest. His hands hang down limply like a doll. Time seems to slow as he stands there unmoving. The air goes thick and heavy, then the echo raises its head, turning it from side to side as if assessing his surrounding. As you look into its blank eyes, you realize that it's no longer the echo you used to stress back at you, but someone entirely different.
Let's see. The stench of the upper planes and the abyss. Colorful flashes. Magic that deflects the gaze and obscures the vision. It must be Pelura, the mistress of bright lights, who has tried to hide her temple in my domain. How could you let such a thing happen, Iomade, the imposter? Don't you feel sorry for your angelic allies? You should have just ordered them to serve their priest up on a platter to me. The end result would be the same.
You know, I played some Dark Tide when I was sick, and this all suddenly reminds me that the Warhammer Universe and the Right of the Righteous campaign are kind of similar, in vague themes at least, because I'm winning, so that's good. The Herald's knuckles are white as he grips the hilt of his sword. However, the angel remains silent. Demon Lord, have you recovered from the defeat that dealt you in Canabries and Dresden?
Champion, prepare yourself!
The angel seized with righteous anger.
So my echo has found the temple of Pelura. I wouldn't call it an achievement, but it's not bad for a magnet molded from the souls and bodies of mortals.
Oh, like the angels.
What else? Gold, light, a sweet smell. It all seems suspiciously like heaven. Well then, Iomade the imposter, whom have you sent? Could it be your herald? And your new pet from Cadaverous? Or have I already killed that one? I lose
No, not
track
yet.
of such things. There are so many of them fussing about with their halos and wings, babbling their long, arduous prayers to some self-proclaimed goddess. Will you ever get tired of sending your favorites to the slaughter?
I mean, maybe someday she'll get tired of it.
Nothing to say, imposter? One day I will knock on the doors of heaven and you will have to answer. So remain silent for now and observe. Today there will be no bloodshed. I will send the echo back to the abyss right now.
Why? Is it because you're too high level, or is there a real reason? You feel a strange oppressive presence suddenly disappear. The echo remains still, frozen, as if in trance.
Not take our secret to the abyss, you monster!
Your true restraints.
Your main flaw is predictability, pawns of heaven. I already know your next move, your methods, your plans of defense. I know how to catch you off guard, and it's as simple as catching a bird in a cage. I will return to the abyss as my lord has ordered, but I am not retreating in defeat. I am carrying off my prey, the screams of your stupid priestess.
No, he's gonna take the
will haunt
priestess.
Your every waking moment, and thoughts of her will taunt you in the silence of the night. She will be my entertainment until you are within my grasp.
He's gonna break her. No. But if you take her, are you going to attack the temple still, or do you have what you came for? Dang. You're late. Damn, the demons and all the cunning gal. The echo escaped with a prisoner, and I could do nothing to stop it. I was only able to protect you. The echo of this carry doesn't want to face me in a fair fight, so he attacks my friends and allies. The echo of this carry has taken Elendia. Was that one of my choice? She was the heart of Pula's fall, and now that heart has been ripped out. Why didn't he fight? It's not easy to explain without delving more deeply into the nature of demons, and more specifically the echo of this carry. Demons are created by the Abyss to have a single purpose. They are meant to destroy, desecrate, and torture. But the Echo is not a real demon. His monstrous creator has used his own power and the souls of his mortal followers to make the Echo into what he is today. He was not born in the Abyss, but on Galarian, and Escari wanted to use him to open a way into the world. I've faced this monster before, and I've defeated it in many battles, but his soul is infinitely vile and filled with pride. A pride that has been wounded. The Echo suffered a terrible defeat at the hands of Erodin, and was exiled to the Abyss, vanquished and disgraced. Then his bride took another blow, when a simple human witch, Erlu Vorlesh, succeeded where he had failed. She opened a way for demonic hordes to enter the mortal world. So if you wish to understand the Echo, you must understand that he is wounded and angry and eager to have revenge for all his grievances and defeats. That's why it's not enough for him to simply kill his enemies, it's even when he can easily overpower them. He wants those who stand against him to suffer in trash and helpless rage, just as he did. That's why he chose not to fight, and why he did not bring a horde of demons with him, even though he has them at his command. He wants sadness and terror to poison his soul. He wants our hearts to be heavy with grief when he thinks about the ally he's stolen from us. The Echo wants our mind to be filled with the horror and tortures of the Abyss, so that when we sleep, the screams and pains and prayers for help become the nightmares that wake us from our slumber. Damn it, Angel. Let me to howl with rage and sadness. It endures the hand of the monster, and I can't even rush to a rescue because I now bear the sole responsibility for our entire community. Why is the Echo pursuing you, hand of the narrator? My Lady Aromede inherited the throne of the heaven from the gate Aradin. The same Aradin which overthrew the Echo and stopped the Scare's last attempt to break through to the Golarion. This is why the Echo hates anyone associated with the Aradin's legacy. Of course, that legacy includes the Aromede, the narrator. The Scare himself spoke to us. I wouldn't say he spoke to us. He was addressing my celestial Lady Aromede. He must have thought he was watching us. This demon lord never wastes his time communicating with mortals or even with celestials. He barely notices us, or at least pretends not to. Demons know if the temple exists. The temple's evidence must be brought to Dresden. He laughs grimly. I'll speak with everyone and if necessary organize a retreat to safety. However, I can tell you that none of them will wish to flee. If I ask them to save themselves, the answer will be no. We've given too much for this mission, and we cannot abandon it now. We must finish it for Pulua, for the memory of Sarkoris, and for the entire world. We will stay in this temple for as long as it takes to finish our work, even if we have to fend off the demons. Besides, even if the demons know the exact location of the temple, Pelorus' patronage still shields our sanctuary from their eyes. We'll stand our ground, have faith. What can we do to save the Echo's victims? Victim, singular. He went to the abyss to the rasping rifts, the dominion of his lord. Even if our hearts wish it, we cannot simply rush after him. Incursions into the abyss are 100 times more dangerous than anything you faced before, champion. So dangerous, I would not risk sending you there unless it was absolutely necessary. I'll return you to Dresden and then I'll send a message to Haven. If I turn to the source of wisdom, perhaps I'll find something that will help. We must not lose hope, no matter how dire things may seem. And I would ask you, mighty champions, to look for Targona the Angel. She is the light that must shine among the ranks of the Crusaders once more. One day, we'll finally give the Echo of the Scary what he deserves. Then we'll save everyone that he has ever threatened. But now it's time for us to return to Dresden, champion, and prepare for war. Yeah, we did discover the location where we were looking for. I wonder how far it is from here. Dresden, I mean. I still need to talk to Arushale, though. There's going to be a lot of talk. Then I need to talk to Rebeth too. Dang. I need to talk, basically. Also I need to rest, badly. 1600 XP. And there goes the ceremonial daggers. We were just missing one. Ember... Hey, Arushale, near the temple. Makes sense, I guess. As a succubus, she gets like enchanting spells and also a vampiric touch, and that's about it. Maybe she has some immunities that other people don't have. I guess being a former demon is a mythical position, a mythical thing, worthy of being called mythical, I guess. Hey, Arushale. Rochet's ruby eyes stare watchfully at passerby eyes who don't even notice her at arm's length. She turns to you, her face a mixture of contemplation, sadness, and admiration. They're amazing, aren't they? We're being attacked by demons with unusual powers. Do you know anything about them? Back in Alushinra, there were rumors about terrible experiments that Baphomet and Discary performed on their troops to make them stronger. Look at the material plane, those rumors were embellished with lots of details. Some say the demons undergo rituals acquired from Zon Kutan. Who? Who's that? A deity, okay. Others say they feed on the blood of angels or Kilpuff or demon lords. Others still say that they are new experiments and Baphomet is just bringing back fighters from the future. The future from which the demons have already taken all of Golarion. Okay. Is there a grain of truth in any of these ramblings? There's no way to know. Naturally, none of these rumors give any indication of where these demons come from. I'm sure I can help, but the only thing that's clear is that the lowly fighters in the army of the abyss are as puzzled by this as we are. What are you doing here? I'm watching. I'm listening to their conversation, studying their faces. I'm trying to understand what they truly are. Why do you like to watch people? You know, in my old life, I thought I knew everything about them. I was a master of mental seduction after all. I knew how to tempt a mortal to doing anything I required. I could trap them in a lie, or lie myself, and never get caught. It's disgusting to remember, but that was the life for many centuries. Now I see I knew nothing. My demon warrior probably also considered himself an expert on mortals because he's killed so many of them. He certainly knows where to thrust the spear for a quick death, and where to thrust it for a long and painful one, and he thinks that's enough. My knowledge was kind of the same. I read many mortals without learning the first thing about them. Now I watch them to understand them. This won't give my victims back their lives, of course, but still, by growing closer to these mortals, it's like I'm paying back some parts of my debt to my victims' memories. Have you done anything new? They love cats. Okay. Anything else? I wouldn't want to draw any rash conclusions. I've only been watching them for a short while. But I think I've understood one thing. The succubi have a saying, mortals always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. But now I see it's in true. Your mortals aren't liars, you're dreamers. Each of you creates a huge daydream for yourself and everyone you share your life with. It isn't exactly a lie because the daydream is your truth. Nice way to think about it. Tell me about yourself. Where did succubi come from? Did you have a childhood? No. Well, yes, but... in brief, the abyss is nothing like the mortal world. You remember life since conception? No, wait, you don't. You don't remember that part, do you? But certainly you know everything since birth. We do not. Remember when a human dies, the lady of grave, for asthma, decides which planes they go to. Most often, those who arrive in the abyss turn into larvae. You know, the little worms no one notices until you step on them. They crawl in the mud for centuries, devouring each other. The strongest ones turn into demons. I don't know how that transformation happens. Maybe we hatch out of them, like caterpillars out of butterflies. No, it's the other way around. Or maybe great demons sculpt us out of them. So much clay. I don't know what happened to the larvae they used to make me. In my own memory, it begins with a vague, fragmentary image. Errors, executions, orgies. I remember some poor lad, half gnawed by the larvae. He was crying and begging to be killed, and I pointed at him and laughed and said I wouldn't. Does not forgive me, I'm so ashamed. I ended up turning against the abyss. Temptation. Strange, isn't it? So many people believe that being good is important, but it's boring and unpleasant. How less enjoyable than tempting pertains to evil. Even the servants of kind gods often think so, do they not? I have no idea how easy that makes the roles of a temptress. Well, it was my great fortune to discover that it is not always like that. My last victim was the priestess of the Desna, the Tender of Dreams. As you know, demons do not sleep. Mortals always compare the greatest moments to dreams, so I decided it would be interesting, well, to see for myself. Oops. I have to replug a thing that got deplugged. One moment. I'm good. Kind of. Bleh. Okay, it's plugged. Good. I'm back. I decided to mock Desna. This priestess lays my arm laying in my kiss, and I remember even smallest detail. The cold sweat on her skin, her eyes rolled back into her head, her weak whisper. It's so difficult to recount. Well, I dove into her mind to see what mortals' dreams were like, but the goddess saw me in her realm, and it turned out I remained there far longer than I planned. What did she do to you? As a punishment, she gave me mercy. I often think, why me? She could easily have blown me away like smoke with the flick of her fingers. The gods rarely trouble themselves with the lives of mortals, and even less so with demons. But for reasons of her own, she paid me special attention. She awoke in me the memories of the sinners whose souls were used to create me. All those humans, I knew nothing of them until Desna showed me. Each of them had their own dreams, and the world without pity trembled each of them, and I placed them on the path that led to the abyss, their memories. All their hopes and pains. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to talk about this. You see tears well up in their eyes. The most important things I realized was that every mortal is a little world of hopes and dreams. And that although I might be a succubus, I didn't have to live forever with those beastly, boring pleasures and tortures of the abyss. I can be free. I can be myself. If only I can understand who I am. You don't know who you are? What of you? Do you know who you are? Are there many mortals who can make that claim? Before returning me to the mortal dream, this now whispered something to me. I can still hear her words. She asked me, what do you dream of? And I don't know. I still don't. You see, demons are simple creatures. Each is gathered by 2 or 3 strong sins. Before my conversion, my sin were all I was. A ball of desire without anyone behind them doing this desiring. Desires for sex, for flattery, and food. But now I have me. And it's amazing, but it's so complicated. So, does not make their self-aware, I guess? What did you do after Desna converted you? I traveled. In the beginning, I thought it was wise to keep away from the demons and their temptations. I went to Absalom, or perhaps even further to another plane, but then I realized I didn't deserve freedom yet. The abyss was still in me. It called to me, tempting me, seducing me. If I ran away, I would soon return to my old habits. So I came here to join the war, to remember who my enemy is, to defeat the demons, not just for the mortal world, but for myself as well. Because if I don't kill my past, it will always be wishing for me. I'm a wonderful liar. I'm no longer proud of it, but it's still true. The demons never suspected my treason until the very end. I live as a spy. I regularly reported back to the priest of Desna whenever I returned. Naturally, I concealed my identity from them as well. I would never have been caught when I learned that this guy was planning an attack on Cannabres. There was no time for caution. I risked everything to warn you and pay with my freedom. May go lawful. You should have joined the Crusaders openly from the start. Like now. Who could have found a unit that would accept me? Or maybe the first mortals that revealed myself would have killed me. Or some that have revenged those foolish enough to trust me. I prefer to act in the shadows until I knew what to expect from myself and the others. So do you worship Desna now? The goddess did a lot for me, more than I ever deserved. Asking anything more of her would be impudent. I am grateful to her, but I do not trouble her with my prayers. Understood. May I ask you personal questions? What kind of question a mortal might ask a succubus? Sexy questions. You want to talk about sex? Ask me anything. I'll not keep secrets from you, but don't expect to hear anything lighter than pleasant. Is the kiss of a succubus deadly? Not just a kiss. Any caress of any kind sucks the lives from mortals, and there's nothing I can do about it. She touched her lips ever so slightly. For mortals, tenderness is tenderness and violence is violence, but I don't know what it's like to kiss and not inflict pain. I just told my observations of mortals will help understand. Young lovers, old spouses, even what mortals condemn as promiscuity. That to me it all looks like something amazingly human. I'm not gonna tempt her. What do you mean you don't just watch people during the day out in the streets? Also during the night in their chambers? But I never touch anyone, I never harm anyone, I just watch and listen. Is that bad? Let's just say they wouldn't be happy if they found out you were watching. Don't worry, they never find out. Don't forget I'm a very good spy. What is sexy stuff between demons like? Everything demons do is sort of cannibalism. Each devours mortals and other demons in their own way. Some enjoy literally piecing off flesh with their teeth, others like to subdue and turn the prey into slaves and living tools. Some feed on others' humiliations. It comes in different forms, but the essence is always the same. The being is an object to be used for their own pleasure. Demon sex doesn't differ from many types of violence. In my former life, it was something I did to others, or others did to me. Your self-felt desire? He searches for the right words. On the one hand, my succubus nature remains with me, so I feel the desire. The desire I feel is the one from my old life. When I look at any immortal, I immediately imagine how sexy stuff. That feeling, that desire. It's not what mortals feel. When you like someone, you don't ponder how good it would be to drink their soul, do you? You think about how good it would feel to be together. Together, you see. How you want someone and at the same time not to want to destroy them. For me, it's always one and the same. I'm even talking about love. Just the common mutual affection of mortals when they're not poisoned with violence. Now I know that I've never felt it. It's so hard to imagine how that's even possible. Love is wonderful. Hopefully you'll be able to handle it, I hope. I hope so. I don't deserve it. Who would dare love a predator from the abyss, who by her very nature is unable to return those feelings? Maybe the angel seduces the succubus. Should I? I mean, last game I be not romancing anybody paid off. And who would I even romance now? I have Arushale. And who? Not the paladin. Nino? Nah. Ember? Nah. Who's left? There is somebody missing. I just can't remember it right now. I guess Arushale is the best companion romance I could hope for right now. Right this very moment. Sure. I believe in you. I can help you if you let me. Her fingers briefly touch the succubus' heated skin, and she easily jerks her hand back. Her eyes shine with fear, hope, and something new, fragile and tender. And it's surprisingly like an embarrassed mortal girl. I will. Thank you for being so open. Tell me about the life in the Abyss. I can't tell you about all of the Abyss, I've only seen a small part. If you like, I can tell you about the Midnight Isles and Alushinira. Tell me about the Midnight Isles, that's a DLC. In the ocean of Ashiar, not far from the mouth of the river Styx, there's a chain of islands. The rim of Nocticula, the creams of the succubi. There's no sun there, only a moonlit light, not anything with a moonless one. Each of the islands is one of Nocticula's trophies, the remains of a powerful entity that perished at her hands. As you see, you cannot take a step in the abyss without treading on corpses. Tell me about Alushnira. The Porphyry city is Nocticula's capital. There's no city like it in the mortal world. Absalom is a village in comparison. Millions, I don't exaggerate, millions of demons and mortals live. Mortals? Like, willing mortals? Like cultists or like slaves? Some come voluntarily, not only from Golarion, but from other planes as well. Ah, okay, yeah, plane walkers, I guess. Planner adventurers. Nocticula keeps an open boundary and enjoys having many guests, merchants, and travelers in this. Oh, that sounds like an epic, like a mythical level city. Not like Dresden. Some are up in chains. The slave trade is the most thriving business in the city. From afar, the city may seem like a merry place. Many of its dwellers do enjoy themselves. Until it's their turn to become someone else's story. It's a city of suffering, Arthur. Of cheerful, festive torments that everyone in the city inflicts on those around them. What are some places of interest in Alushinra? The heart of the business quarter is the flesh markets, where the slave trade takes place. I grew up in the mansion of Lady Velexia. Her house is always full of guests doing their best to entertain her. Those whose performance is not to her liking risk remaining at her house forever. The main attraction in the Succubi city is, of course, the brothels, the 10,000 delights. I need not tell you what they offer, if you can imagine it. Someone is selling it. Wow. Hopefully you don't imagine too much stuff. Not far from there, you can find the harem of Aiden Dreams, which serves as a sort of city halls. Shamira, Nocticula's right hand and the mayor of Lushinra, receives her visitors there. Those who prefer bloodier sport, there are many arenas in the city. The most famous of them is Battle Bliss. It's run continuously without breaks and without rules. It doesn't matter what trickery you use and win, it only matters how much fun the crowd is having. And above it all towers the House of Silken Shadows, Nocticula's palace. Hundreds, thousands of towers and domes are done with jewels. There are legends of what happens inside. Many have striven to experience the delights of the Sukubai Queen's palace, forgetting what it was to build for her pleasures and not theirs. What can you tell me about Nocticula? She's called the Lady in the Shadows. They say that she was the first succubus. She's far from the most powerful of the demon lords, but this wasn't kept her from being the ruin of many creatures significantly more powerful than herself, even building her kingdom into their bones. They say that, like Vavashtu, she strives to turn herself from a demon lord into a true goddess. She enjoys killing, but her favorite tools are seduction and deception. She only stoops to crude violence when there are no further games to play, and even then she backstabs from the shadows. Her favorite weapon is a crossbow, though a silk garrote would suit her better. If you should ever meet her, do not believe a word she says and do not fall for provocations. Do not try to beat her at her own game, and most importantly remember, the worst mistake anyone can make is to underestimate her. Understood. What do you think of the powers I gave you, which I did, totally? It's a great intention. I don't know if I should be trusted with such powers. I certainly wouldn't trust myself with it. When you have so much power, it's easy to decide that you're a god and the mortals are your stories. Perhaps I should wait until after we defeat the force of the Abyss, but that's precisely what these powers are for. You take a great risk, I'm not sure I can handle the temptation. It's hard enough as it is. Understood. Wait, wasn't there an option at the... Do you like silence? I was talking out before, there was all a lie. My words ruined so much. I like silence more now. Okay. Let's go back inside the castle keep. We'll talk to Erebeth, rest, do some crusade management, then head out to the other location I'm supposed to visit. The one where we have to find... the... something. Definitely. Let's see, the 5th crusade. Dragon's Faith? No. Enemy? No. Erebeth? Ah, we have to find missing crusaders. That's right. Wait, I have to sell stuff before I do crusade management. Because I'm going to need a lot of money. Well, I've leveled up. Ah, Camellia was the last person I was missing. She's kind of evil, so let's not romance her. Jewelry trader? No, I sell everything to the blacksmith, that's why it's easy to remember where all the stuff from my adventures is. Blacksmith. There he is. Hey, Woljif's here too. Anyway. Time to sell. The Crippling Kiss and a stock. Worthless. Scythe, worthless. Quarterstaff, worthless. A +4, that's pretty good, but still. All these daggers are worthless. Oh, 200 bucks each. That's what? 10,000 bucks? I have 20 times 200. 4,000 bucks. I think. Math. Full plate +3. I can give that to somebody. Accessories, that's all fine. And all the books I can sell too. Up. No need. Also sell the junk. Thank you. 63,000 bucks. Gonna be useful. Wait, I pressed the rest button. I'm going to teleport inside my quarters, that's fine. I think. Right? I can do a round of resting. 22 hours? Jeez. Ah, for the negative levels we're up. You used to admit that life is ruled by despair and that hope only decides people. But despair is what led you to the Armaday, isn't that true? If you hadn't just hoped for the best, you would still be a thief. Don't preach your silly ideas to me. I didn't wallow in despair, I did the right thing. That's totally different. Okay. It's not that different, is it? Having hope for things to be better and doing better things. Okay. A meeting with somebody, I guess. Look at a stranglehold. A meeting for my council. Hail! Amidst the critical shortage of supplies, a number of soldiers who call themselves the Fellow of the Crusaders have set up a black market in the army. They sell everything that's not nailed down, trade medicine for swords, and spell scrolls for tobacco and rations. No better than to ask for anything for command, so they take care of themselves, and if someone's not happy with the trade, out comes the knives. We don't know how to deal with it, except by elevating the shortage of essential supplies. We should press Mendel for some more deliveries, and we need to sort out our storage, build some decent warehouse. Right now, it's a thief's paradise. Hey, well, just part of my logistical market. Cool. The underground market, huh? What's so bad about them? Let them trade things, let's authorize it. Then there won't be a black market, just a normal legit market. I mean, they still did nice stuffs. If someone is in need of something, we are the ones who must provide it. We should ask the priests of many different gods. They have wealth and influence, maybe they can help. Good idea. You thought I was joking when I said our soldiers would soon need our experience in surviving the caves? Well, here we are, this is the day. Time to live off the land. I'll teach your fighters how to survive on barren rocks, and there won't be any need for a black market. Who are these fellows of the Crusades? Where'd they come from? Every army has people like them, crazy folk who are willing to survive at all costs. Keep in mind they aren't brigands, otherwise they wouldn't have enlisted in the Crusaders' army. They want to free Golarion from the demons just as much as anyone. But their choice of method is indiscriminate, to say the least. Not everyone joins the crusade out of the goodness of their hearts. Some are hiding from Mendev's judgments. Some are here for glory, some are dreaming of treasures and spoils. We've got repentant cutthroats, illegitimate children, adventurers, rogues, all kinds. Each one of them is poor and used to not being able to rely on those in powers. In their experience, everyone who has any sort of influence is greedy, cheap, and only common folk can be honest. So they call themselves the Fellow of the Crusade. They're your fellow soldiers who are trying to make things fair. Well, we just deal with the root of the problem. Purge our ranks! Because they're not the root of the problem. When the armies has everything they need, these fellows are just like any other soldiers. But when it's like this, empty warehouse, rotten gear, and then food to eat, many may be forced off the straight and narrow. These are ordinary soldiers. They're not saints, that's true, but they're not hopeless, reprobate leaders. When you trust into battle every day, you learn the value of life, and you get used to the idea that you're the only one responsible for it. The commander is not your mommy or daddy, and they're not going to appear on the battlefield and give you a potion to save you from a curse or die for you if you don't have money in your bag. Well, Jip, how do you end up on this council? Why not, huh? Harushley, how do you end up on this council? You think I shouldn't have joined? Well, I spent a lot of time studying how armies work, both Crusader and Demonic, when I was spying. I think my advice might be useful. Let me hear your suggestions in more details. Dorangela, what are your thoughts? We need to keep pressing Mendev, double, triple our effort, if we have to, until we finally get a proper supply chain up and running. Let the Queen come up with a new tax or make the aristocrats pay up or go into debt. That's not our problem. Neuroscience is necessary to win a war, so let's make them take care of our needs. Honestly, at this point our soldiers don't even have a clean shirt to die in with, instead of dignity in their fall. Although I'm familiar with those misers from the treasury, it's like getting blood from a stone. Mendes already up to his necks in debts. You can't keep shitting an empty mug, you'll never get more than 3 drops. So wait for handouts? You need to face it already, we're on our own here, so we have to survive however we can. The purple moss that goes on the rocks, pretty little I've checked. Lan? I was hoping for handouts is pointless, warriors must know how to provide for themselves, even in the middle of a wasteland. The surface is chock full of resources, you just need to teach troops how to use them. And how to not be too picky. But we're not alone, the Crusaders have support all over Golarion. It can't be that we have to fight demons to save the world without being able to make the ends. I'm not sure how to say it properly. Originally? No, alright, we'll Jeff first. Right under the counter trade goes about as well as smacking nettles with a stick. Swing how you like, even pay over it, it'll just go through the stone. If soldiers are trading it, it's because they gotta, so let me try them out in the open. We'll bet them a market and keep an eye out to make sure there's no tussle and that the trade's more or less honest. We'll even be able to make a tidy sum over it ourselves. The Queen has put you at the head of a disciplined army. Are you sure these kinds of liberties won't hurt the discipline and turn them into a mercenary gang? Usually, your plan? The churches of many gods support the Crusaders' cause. They heal, bless, pray. If we ask them, maybe they'll help us ease the shortage of provision and gear. I'm sure that if we build some shrines, the priests won't refuse to help us. The priests are gonna help us. Give me a break. They're only generous with prayers and good wishes. Usually, let me see the effects. Shrine increase energy point. Only one shrine can be built in each fort. Oh, we get shrines. Old gifts, we get a market. Gives me finance. Only one per fort. Lan. Salvagers posts. Materials and energy point income. Or energy points and finance points. Or finance points and material points. Or a warehouse. Finance income by 100 if it's built next to an inn. Material points come by 1 if it's built next to a supply center. Energy point income by 1 if it's built next to a sanctuary. Originally, give me some shrines. I'm sure they won't let us down, and you're energies for the shrines to appear in our fortress. If every soldier in need know where they can get help. Thank you for making the call, Commander. I'll report all further developments directly to you. If you run into anything that requires your attention, I'll immediately get the council. Yeah. Captain Odon, the military. Our intelligence was correct. Korazmeda, Oath, marches on Dresden. In his position, the wisest course of action upon reaching the walls would be to lay siege and wear down our force with nuisance raids. However, my experience tells me that we will act differently. It will be a full-on assault. It necessitates despair of his power. When the enemy moves in our position, we must meet them with a hail of arrows from the walls, gaining the full advantage of our superior defensive position. To prepare our army for this battle, I propose to pass a reform and increase the presence of ranged troops in our ranks. Sure. I believe light arm slingers and a great number can be trained quickly. Will it be not more trash units? Can I get some more elite? See that. Give me more champions. Give me marksmen instead of archers. Once the demons get to them, every one of those slingers will be slaughters. I say we only recruit experienced seasoned rangers, but not rangers, who have traveled far and wide and know how to defend themselves in any situation. I want marksmen. Captain Odin is correct to assume that our ranged troops can manage with light armament. However, the troops themselves must be of exemplary quality to complete the task at hand. I suggest we pick the most adept archers we have and have them undergo rigorous training until they become true marksmen. We should prioritize military meetings now. They just straight up upgrade my troops. Gabor smiles condescendingly. In my experience, in a fight with dozen quick and accurate archers, the most valuable among them is the one who knows how to pick the right target. You don't learn that kind of skill in the archery range, only on the action. Some headhunters, hard-boiled cutthroats who lived by their ability to put an arrow in the eye of a moving target. Why squads are so intent on reclaiming Dresden? By capturing this city, we have gone on the offensive for the first time in decades. We have broken the established mold. Territories taken by demons rarely escape their grasps. The liberation of Dresden could become a symbol of a new hope for mortal kind, and Krasmada seeks to smother that hope in this cradle. Moreover, Dresden is well positioned foothold that represents both the World Wound and Northern Mendev. Krasmada cannot fail to appreciate its significance. But there's also a more pragmatic reason. Back in the day, Krasmada planned to capture Dresden himself, but Ming Hao beat him to it. If he takes it now, it'll be further humiliation for Ming Hao. Greybor, you're not a soldier, why are you here? I'm not a soldier, however, I have a better understanding of killing than most. Let me hear my opinion of my advisors. Why rangers, Sita? We can bolster our ranks with hunters and shepherds who can shoot an arrow, but don't know how to anything about melee combat. I mean, I think we can. We have more than enough people who know about melee combat. We're not shooting partridge out of the sky. The demons will easily break through our ranks and attack our archers, and what happens then? I mean, they can't, but okay. A massacre that will leave us digging graves for a bunch of boys and girls. Rangers, on the other hand, spend their whole lives traveling, and they know what it's like to rely on no one but themselves. They're battle-hardened, and they can wield both a bow and a blade to fend off dangerous foes if need be. In worrying about the lives of individual soldiers, we must not be put the safety above expediency. The price of defeat will be the loss of an entire army, not just a few soldiers. Odin can slingers, compared to these experienced archers? Of course not. A sling is not an accurate weapon, but it's cheap and easy to learn. Slingers training is inexpensive and brief. Any commander can pick up the basics and will be able to bring a large number of ranged troops onto the battlefield. Their numbers will compensate for the lack of skills. Trained a particularly unarmed peasants in the rear. A perfect target. Greybor, headhunters. They can use their head rather than just shooting widely. Soldiers think the main thing is just to hit the target quickly and accurately. It doesn't matter what kind of target it is, if it's an enemy is good enough for them. When you hunt dangerous prey alone, you can help smarten up. Learn to spot the leader in the crowd. Count the guards, figure out who will have the time to take an arrow for the leaders and who won't. And you do your work from as far away as you can. You don't push yourself at risk for no reason. One of my colleagues in trade with all class any soldiers. If you are professionals, that's like mercenary groups. They won't shoot volleys into the enemy infantry with abandon. They'll take out every single spell cast on officers hiding behind the infantry and pay you off for the investment before the enemy can even reach the front ranks of your own army. You're about snipers. If you like 100 archers and work them to the bone in time, we'll discover a dozen with real talent. You must be able to remain completely focused on their combat objective, taking out one opponent after another. And the infantry's duty is to shield such valuable assets from any attack, with their bodies if necessary. Securing a powerful but extremely valuable weapon. If you're not against idiots, our enemies see our weak spot and use it is there. That's exactly what I will do. Infantry covered by rangers, snipers, marksmen. All archers are promoted to marksmen. Headhunters. What is a headhunter exactly? Javelin. Return shooting. Attack when damaged by a ranged attack. Meh. Give me marksman. Give me marksman. Oh, archers are promoted to marksman. Give me that. You nod silently. How these measures will be enough to repel Krasmadev's onslaught, and if not, those who come to us to take our place will learn from our mistakes and fare better. Okay, listen to him. Repelling the assault. Uh-oh. The Battle of Krasmadev has gathered an army and moved it to Dresden. He expressed an amplify all the Crusaders' recent achievement in a single blow. Quick save. Please don't. Time to issue more decrees. Development of the art of war. Another meeting, I guess. Okay, we have more armies to deal with. I think. These guys over there. Level 7 demon army. No commanders. Okay, never mind then. Aren't these guys moving on the capital? Yeah, they are. I'm gonna have to send my army over there. Also, call back the army down south so they can deal with the level 7 army that's coming to us. Anyway, decrease. Records of prowess stargazers, that's logistics. Do you have another level up for logistics though? The Bell of Mercy? What if I work with the Bell of Mercy? All units gain +1 AC. What the records? Yoink. Okay. And we're missing a war decree. Anyway, campaign management time. Up. Quick save. I thought this army was strong enough to march onto these guys, but I guess not. Random units. A bunch of random units. Let's try. Up. Up. Enemy army has reached you in attacks. I mean, I've reached them, but okay. Oh yeah, the mage is going to pick up the slack. Murder these guys, please. Ooh, finish them. Nice. These are the sorcerers. Yep. They don't deal that much damage. Are you melee units? No, you're magic missile them. Get the rocks. Nice. Next up, duelists. Murder the rock, please. Then, and shield bearers. Shield bear. You want to cast Cloud, Stinking Cloud. Murder time. Scorching Ray, finish them off. Yeah, the sorcerer can really pick up the slack of a weak army. Hey, we got it. Easy peasy. No casualties. So let me see this army over there. Can the sorcerer handle this one too? Let's see, some succubus, some mages. The Bearmacks are a bit too much. Okay, we'll sweep around with our other army back up here. Well, you guys keep blocking out the path. Hey there. You guys down south. We're going to find our way up north. Clear the way to this grey place. Yep. Hey, Dougie. Time to fight. Let's see. Zombies, flies, zombies, flies. And there's a bunch of marksmen. Bless. So the flies go first. Oh, they can be badly hit. Get them. Nice. Next, the scouts. Wait your turn, scouts. They have a double turn. Clerics, I mean. Boonk. Finish them off. Nice. And oh, get the giant flies again, please. Can these guys reach us? No, they can't. Go. Ooh, nice. And Hell Knights, finish them up. And tank the zombies, please. There's a lot of... Ooh. Let's see, they're gonna move here. So if you move all around... Whoop. Nice. Now, let's go for the zombies. Attack. Bonk. Wow, 2 damage. Attack formation. Attack formation. Murder time. Kind of lacking in numbers right now. Clerics, wait your turn. Champions, wait your turn. Hell Knights, move in. Hold defense. I have to take care of the dog, I guess. One moment. Gonna do that. Done. Blah, I'm back. Anyway, clerics, move. Scouts, attack. Let's focus on down 1 stack of zombies. Ooh, they kind of... Okay, they hurt the scouts more than the Hell Knights. And not by that much too. Anyway. Battle Rage. +2 bonus to melee attack. Maximum HP. That's melee attacks. Cloud formation, infantry. For the champions. To hit hard. Bonk. Move around. Bonk. Clerics. Heal. The Hell Knights. Ah, wait, that's a waste of a heal, kind of. Champions. Wait your turn. Hell Knights, defend yourselves. No, they're focusing on the scouts. Ouch. Now you guys move in. Bonk. Focus them down. You priests wait. Wait a bit. You're gonna heal the mounted scouts. Champions. Finish the stack off, please. If you can. Come on. No, not the champions. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, heal the champions instead. Up. Bonk. Please finish them off. Thank you. And now we just lay up on this last stack. Bonk. Clerics move up. Champions attack. Bonk. Hell Knights. Stop defending yourselves. Just attack. Bonk. 1000 damage. 5000 damage almost. Half 1000 damage. You guys wait. Attack. Nice. Another 5000 damage. No cheese. You guys heal. The champions. Ah. Let's finish this. Last turn. Round. Clerics, move in. Attack the zombies. Good. Champions. Nice. Easy. 6000 XP. Iron Brindle Wall might pop to the next level, level 8 or 7. Shadows closely examine the remains of the miners' caravan that ventured too far north in the reckless search of profit. They collected a lot of very expensive wares, but never returned to their homeland. Okay. Keep moving. We're kind of moving in deep now. This might be the end of this trail. We have to go all the way back. Can we just teleport? There's party. No, only for the party. Not with the armies. It'll be a couple of days. So we're gonna call this army back all the way to Dresden. Just in case we can't take on this level 7 army that's coming for us. Can we recruit anything? No. Is the answer. How about build stuff up? Don't we have forts on do no we don't. Okay. That's that. Maybe let's check the path we have to take because I'll end the stream right there. Been like what? An hour and a half? It's not too long, but yeah. We've done stuff, finished our angel stuff. Got the crusade under control, I hope. And we have our next adventure to go out to. Yep, outside. Through the gates. Let's plan our next adventure. Our next foray into the demon world. Let's see. So where's the place we found for the angels? Winter Sun, Caravan. Is it this thing? Desolate Hovel. Go to the mysterious place. No, I don't think so. Plus Fall, Blackwater. This is the Blackwater clan settlement. This is the end of the map. Where's Lariel's place? Is it the hovel? The Desolate Hovel? Ivory Sanctum, that's where we next have to go to. Or Irishale's quest, where the secret powers for the demons are. Nameless Ruins, Winter Sun, Scanabreeze. I guess it's the hovel that we have to go to. Art Mystery, that we already knew that. That's the only news place we've discovered. Journal. Mythic quests. One Hope Swing. Go to the mysterious place. Yep, it's in the hovel. Well, the way's clear. How long would it take to go there? A day and 15 hours. Maybe not. Not now, anyway. How about Winter Sun? 17 hours. Let's go next to there. We'll rest if we need to, and then I'll end the stream there. Oh wait. The demon armies are moving. You guys are going back. Map. That's that. Keep going. Okay. You guys are kind of just waiting now. Did they move far? I can't really see them. Not that far. Up. Keep it up. Maybe we'll have time to recruit a new army before they get there. Anyway, we don't really need to rest. Quick save. Have a good day. Wait, new location discovered makeshift lab. Where? Down there? That's why we had to stop for a while? Ravaged longhouse. Makeshift lab. Well, yep. That's what we discovered. Discovered. What do you think the path to this ivory sanctum is? Apparently it's not from down south here, I guess. We're just about to meet this army. Anyway, have a good day. Or night. And see you next time. Goodbye.